Welcome back, fellow scribes. It is time to get into the modern age. So, how are we going to attack this here? How are we going to attack this? So we need GDP. That is the goal. Now, I think a science GDP run would be pretty good for us, perhaps. Getting into academics early is definitely a must. So let's grab academics first. We could do merchants. I think with 9,000 we might be able to snag a few of those right off the bat. I should have grabbed some at the end of last stage, but I forgot. I was kind of, queued up in that war. All right, so we could get gold for every assigned resource. That'd help boost things. I definitely want to be able to buy rail stations and put resource capacity and connection. That's really going to help us out. All right, so let's take a look here. Yeah, I don't really care about any of this. Ooh, yay. If I was doing war stuff, probably. But all right, so let's see. 4 culture and production on wonders. It's not bad. We do have a lot of wonders now, actually, so this could boost us rather well to get to places. Question is that really something we need? Because I don't think so. I don't think it's something we would need. I think we're better off taking this GDP, so that way, if we're not building buildings for that, we can snag a few extra with projects. I think that's going to be the way to go. So I'm going to try this. I think that's going to be kind of our build. Although we are kind of a culture, so I really don't like putting... Let me just go view map. Here's why. We have a lot of wonders. You know, we got 2 right here. That's 8 production in this city alone. That's 8 production. And then over here we got 1, 2, 3. We got 3 there. We got 4, 5. Yeah, that's a ton of production. That's 20 production. Over here we got 1, 2. Is there any more? Oh yeah, 3. We got 3 in here. Yeah, so we're looking at a pretty reasonable stuff here. We got Havana Harbor here. That's at least 4 and the Gal 2.0. So that is not... That's a decent chunk. I mean, if we go into Gal here with production, that's 76. We can shoot that right up. So that's just something to think about. Something to think about. But I think I'm going to leave it. I like this better. This plus the banker, if we even need the banker, depending on how we do things, this should be enough to get us where we're going. So I'm going to go with it. Now for the capitals, let's see, we keep Axum. You know, we do that. Let's see, probably Etchmara is probably going to be the go-to now. 70 production, pretty solid work there. 68.4, not bad. Yeah, I think we go with that. I don't know if any of these would be any city candidates, but I think we go with what we had. So Etchmara, it's going to make that a capital there. There we go. All right, so we're going to lock them in. Yep, it's a done deal. They're in there now. Boston. Yeah, so the funny thing about this is because, as you guys know, we got Miss Tubman in the game, and her original capital was Washington, D.C., so that's kind of an interesting thing to look at there. All right, Axum, let's get you up and running. 500 gold, nice and cheap for us. Let's get Gal 2.0. It's 86 production we can work with. That's really good. Boom. All right, so we got us 4 cities. Yep, 2, 4. We could do another one. We could do a 5th. And if it were, I'd want it over here. I think 1 on each of these islands is really great. I just don't know how I feel about these. Ooh, Hastings could. 1, 2, 3. Steal that oil from me, couldn't you? You could do that. So I have a double, I have a triple, and I have a double here to work with. I could work around and get another triple here. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Okay, Takmeda actually has a lot of adjacencies to work with. A ton of them. The only downside is really gold adjacencies, but, I mean, we can make that work. We got a 2, 2, 2. I mean, can make that work out rather well. We only get 1 gold building anyway this age. Takeda, I mean, it's got great mountains, but that's really about all it's got going for it. 2... I don't know how he snuck this in right at the end to get all this. Luckily, that's like my stop. So it's basically if I just want to take some tiles from him. And I do want to, actually. I'd like to have the volcanoes. All right, and then there's Lulami, of course, which we did have as an urban center. Because we got a lovely 3 in here. We got a double. And we got some science in here still. Double the science. We'd have to wrap around if we want a fishing key at all. But that's kind of is what it is. Okay, yeah, you could get that 10. All right, we'll leave these be for now, but all 3 of these are strong contenders for cities. Strong contenders. Regardless, let's go ahead and get some productions rolling, shall we? Should we go for Oxford? 21 turns. I don't think we're getting Oxford with a 21 turn. Not likely. Let's go ahead and shoot for... Oh, you have 3 happiness. Yeah, let's shoot for a city park, actually. Out with the old and in with the new. What's here? Oh, an inn? What is the base yield for it? I have a feeling that's going to put me negative. Let's just get rid of an old... Yeah, here we go. We'll just get rid of an old monument, and that'll work out perfect. Yeah. This actually works out great. So get rid of an old monument so we don't even have to worry about happiness. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, so 21 turns. Is anybody else doing better than 21? Okay, we got a 20. What about Boston? We got an 18. I think it's going to be Boston here. What about Gal 2.0? 16. Hold up here. Did I see that right? Okay, that's a 16 turn. We're going to shoot for it in Gal here. That's the smallest amount we can go for. We'll try to boost our science. I like that. It's a good idea. And we can also try to boost a gold building if we need to. So let's go there for Oxford. Anything to build for faster production does not appear so at the moment. 12 happiness, pretty good stuff. We'll leave that. Let's hit up the other people then. Boston, what can you build me? 6 happiness. I think we're okay for now. Go ahead and do me a schoolhouse, though. Definitely need a schoolhouse. So where to put it? Got a double here. Got a quad, double, a single, some doubles over here. All right, I say we just probably go for a, yeah, get rid of this library. Not really worth it. We'll just do it right there. All right, Axum, you need to get to building. Oh, that's right, saw pits and sawmills. We're going to leave that be, though. You're -2. You definitely need a city park. Question is where? Okay, all right. Oh, is this going to, apparently it's going to get rid of my villa first. Interesting. Well, I will just sacrifice probably just the pavilion. Yeah, just get rid of that pavilion. Apparently that gave us 1 happiness somehow. All right. Apparently I have a promotion, so let's promote him. What do we got? Yep, we're just gonna focus on a bastion defense here because that's all these guys need to do. In fact, get building. Get building. Surplus influence. That's right. We do have a ton of it, and I wouldn't mind befriending you. 682. Might have enough left. How about BT? You know what? I'm fine with that. I could claim this land. I just don't really care. Okay, well, if BT gets knocked out, I'll have to claim that land. This is great for factory resources. So your option is to be incorporated. All right, let's get this settled, shall we? Okay, we got it sorted. We actually don't have very many resources that offer production, surprisingly. But still, I'm going to slot everything I can because, as you can see, you know, gives us culture and science. So why not do that? So we got everything in here. Gal 2.0 has more production than everybody else, mainly only because it is building Oxford. So I decided to give it a bit of a boost, but I also threw happiness in here. I could give it more production. I just don't know if that'd really change the turns too much, so I don't really see the effect of that right now. Either way, let's get in here. We want mass production. We need rail immediately, as soon as possible. That's the goal. So it's kind of funny that academics was taken. That's kind of a top tree thing. Either way, that's our stuff. I kind of hope it... You really want to start with steam engine first, huh? I'd rather you start with military academy because it's less turns, but I'm going to let it be. I'm not really going to get too picky on that. All right. Yeah, as you can see, we chose America. Well, actually, of course, you guys saw me choose that, so we got that going. Let's view the civics. What do we have? Anything that offers GDP? Not necessarily. All the way to militarism. I get 6 GDP per turn for conquered settlements, so that's really about it. And then, of course, the American stuff is not too bad. It's pretty good stuff. We will definitely be picking that up. But I think we do go with political theory first. Should definitely kind of rush into that, snag it, and get a move on. Because that'll help us with anything we need on our specialists. Now, let's see here. Let's get some gold off our mines and resources for having a gold building, which is pretty much every one of my settlements has one of those. Definitely going to need this for active trade routes because I'm going to be buying them pretty much next turn. Either we go heavy in the gold department, which I think is going to be our goal. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I like the culture, but we'll pick up the culture later. Could do a resource capacity, but we don't really have any other resources right now, so that doesn't matter. So yeah, let's run a big gold rush. It's going to kind of be our go-to. Apparently I have promotions. I just did that. All right, trade opportunity with Cordoba. That's nice. Axum's already happy now, so don't worry about it. All right, yes, you need to get into Matara. Let's get the last few movements of troops here. I'm going to take these guys in and kind of keep them more down here. I could probably get another fleet if I had to, but we'll see. Yep, you guys just sit there. You don't really need to do anything. You're exerting your power well enough. You can actually auto-explore. You did your job well last stage, so you've earned a rest. I'm going to keep him here. Keep you here. And yep, all this stays the same in case Ada gets a little interesting. Same for this one. We don't really need to move around too much. You can go auto-explore. That's fine. Same for you. All right, before we hit next turn, though, let's get in here. I think we're going to go ahead and just make some of these... make some magic happen right now. So, trade outpost gets me gold buildings. Do we want a gold building here? It looks like the answer would be yes, because we do have a market. The other thing would be mining. Happiness on resources, +5 trade range. Really all I care about is the gold buildings. Speaking of which, yep, looks like there's not really much rough terrain in here, is there? All right, let's see. We also have sawmills and a stone cutter. Apparently a grist mill has a good option too. Gulo was neglected, it appears. Definitely neglected it. Okay, that's good to know. All right, yeah, I've decided we're going to do mining for this one. Let me just make sure on the resources it's kind of, yeah, a little tight. Maybe if it was more spread out, I'll end up crushing that, getting a bit more. Yeah, there's not that much in the way of gold buildings. Yep, we're going to set this for a mining town. Take full use of that. Zarya, on the other hand, if I get out here, it'd be a great gold building. This one's not bad either. Still has a few things to take up, too. All right, we'll set this one up for a trade outpost. Yep, that's not a bad idea. All right, Gao is Gao. Gaia's kind of done its own thing. What would you be? Pretty much fishing, I would say. Yeah, you actually don't even have that many fishing boats, do you? You have one farm. You really offer me nothing. Yeah, how about that? Not really much going on here, is there? I'm gonna let you grow and figure that out in a second. Kondo, you are definitely... oh, you know what? You do get to be upgraded to a factory town. I'll allow that. You've done so much for me. Matara, though. You are... oh, you're after my own heart. We are going to need GDP, aren't we? Let me see how many factory towns I really want to locked down, because I could keep this one fishing. One tile, I mean, I could put down factories. This actually wouldn't be hard to do. Okay, that's an option. You could also be a factory town or a mining town. Saba is a fishing town, always has been, always will be. So let's get that going. All right. Takenu, you have built up enough. You get to be a fishing town. Congratulations on the upgrade. I'm going to leave these all alone for now. Let's see. You, Agadez, probably fishing, so it sets you up to... oh, you have a factory town option. No, you can't get a factory. Barely. You can barely fit a factory. You're not doing that. Maybe I'll allow you a trade outpost. I'll allow a trade outpost. You look like you deserve it. You have some spots there. All right. Oh, I can get you as a factory town? You do have a bit of factory resources in you, don't you? All right. Yep. We're going to factory town it up. I know I should probably set these differently, but these definitely should have it. All right. There we go. So let's just continue on. Nothing really to do right this second. Let's get the... oh, I forgot to buy my merchants, guys. I'm a whole turn behind on that now. And that actually is a big deal. I'm a turn behind. Oh boy. I love how I did all that and got sidetracked. That's on me. Alright, so actually let me check the winning at the moment. 13,439. So economics is still set up where you get gold on gold buildings from the current age. So we're not getting GDP off of any gold buildings now, but we will for resources. So we need to get resources. So get me some merchants. We need a ton of them. Every one I can get, I'm just going to buy them up. There's another one. There's another one. Yeah, we're just going to get a ton of them. Actually, I think I can go to all of my settlements and buy a merchant and still have money left over. Oh, maybe not. They're starting to climb. They're starting to climb. Wanting to make me a liar. All right, let's stop there. That's quite a few. All right, I will accept her offer. That's fine with me. Apparently, yep, we're going to have to accept this offer as well. And lo and behold, someone is building... yeah, who is it? Our rivals in Meiji, Japan. All right. So he's laid the groundwork. So how's our groundwork looking? It's about the same. Gao 2.0, you need to help me out here. We need more production. I need more production, man. We're going to try our best. Oh, whatever shall we pick? I actually am going to go Elective Republic again. Yep, this sounds great for economics, but I need to get through my science tree, actually. So science is more important to me at this stage. All right, you're where you need to be. All right, we're about to make a massive trade. Also, we have the memento that gives us 2 trade with everybody, so that's really going to jump our GDP quite well. Yep, I probably should have kept that memento the whole time, but never hurts. Oh, I will support this. There we go. That's worth supporting. Yeah, because her and I are both shooting science, and since she's giving me more science right now, let's just up it even harder. All right, I'm going to take my... oh, regular policy. Okay, if that's the case, I'm going to go with overbuilding for now. Yeah, I'm going to go with overbuilding, because that is what we're doing. All right, start trading with people. I don't care who they are. Yep, we're just going to hit the top option, because now we can finally hit everybody up. I love that. I love how Modern Age really just opens that up, where you can just hit it, and you don't have to worry about them traveling. They're just there. All right, Kathmandu. That's great. Who's our next guy going to be? Miss Tubman, of course. Happy to... meet your acquaintance. Oh, apparently we can hit her twice. Right, we can hit everybody twice. Well, I'm going to hit Friedrich, because I need to deal with him while I can. Oh, we've already done Ada. We haven't done Lafayette yet. All right, there's that. Let's hit Napoleon. Okay. I at least want to have one trader out with everybody first. All right, there's Rizal. Let's get him. Okay, so we hit up all of our guys except Gilgamesh. I accidentally hit Friedrich twice. Okay, well, that's fine, actually. All right. So, to be fair, we gotta get some to Gilgamesh. I might actually buy a few more things for that then. All right, let's move our resources. Oh, this is actually great. 41, 50, 32. All right, this this is highest by 1, so... Oh, that's right. It's just straight up. Yeah, it's a straight up base yield now. I forgot. Well, either way, we're going to plug it in. Each one of these is giving me something. Ooh, I forgot. We have production. Okay, we have production. So you guys, you need to go. Yep, you need to go. I have production, and I need to make the most of it. All right, there we go. Solid 8. Drop this fish. Give me some wine. There we go. Boston. Drop these horses. Get me some of this. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. So now Axum's the only one that has a little bit of hurt, but that's not too bad. What should we offer them in return? 27 food. This is why I love putting my stuff back in motion. Look at all this food. What's funny is that number needs to be higher because these actually aren't changing that fast. Let's go with... You know what? I was commenting about food. Let's give them more food. All right, perfect. Let's move on. Oh, actually, it stopped me. That is helpful. I'm actually going to buy more merchants right now. Give me a few more of these. Probably going to go bankrupt just buying merchants. Let's get one more merchant. Yeah, 2414. Let's save that for if we need to buy anything. All right. So now if I go in here, my GDP should start jumping again. It was at about 13.48. It's should be starting to climb again. All right. 6 influence a turn and 6 happiness. I'll take it. All right, apparently we have options here. All right, because I've unlocked a culture. All right, as for you, definitely want to talk to Tubman. She has great resources. She's usually pretty good on being in the game. Yeah, let's talk to Ada. Definitely want to be friendly with the people close to us. Gilgamesh, I need to at least send you one. There we go. Oh, wow, that was fast. So, an instant reward, 2 GDP per turn from assigned city resources in cities. Okay, well, that was fast. All right, so we want to make sure all of our city resources are in, well... Obviously, they have to be in the city, so I'm just going to drop the food, make sure we get all those running for us. All right, so you're at 90, 93, 86, 100. No, really, the only thing is, well, okay, yeah, we can drop the horses. Let's get some more production. Axum's not really doing anything too crazy. All right, that works. Either way, we want the city resources the most, so let me just make sure that's what it says. Also, we should check our abilities. So we're at 12 out of 20, 4 out of 10, 0 out of 6. Yeah, the standard stuff. You guys have seen these. I've hit tourism so much. First to get ideology, maybe. I don't really care about any of this unless it helps me. That's kind of whatever. All right, so, yep, to get the Grand Banker, I have to score 500 GDP by factory resources. I didn't realize I just nailed this out of nowhere. Go me. Per turn for assigned city. Okay, yep, city resources in cities. So we got to keep sure all of our city resources are in cities. We need 12 rail stations. That's 3 GDP on... gold buildings. We need a ton more resources, and then we'll get bonus resources in cities, so that'll be perfect. So we'll try to slot some more in. And then we get 1,000 for 30 assigned factory resources. All right. We'll hit them up as best we can. I think everything in the modern age is just, yeah, it's all instant. So I would love aerodrome stuff. I don't expect it to happen. I doubt I will get to flight first. None of these really matter to me. I'm not really fighting. So I'll have 24 specialists. Wow, I didn't know that. All right, yeah, so these are our tops. This is what we're trying to do. So if people start getting stuff that's not gold, that's okay, but we will have to be careful. We want to make sure nobody's getting too far ahead in their respective areas. All right, let's start making some money, huh? Right, so gotta trade with a few more people. All right, it's telling me to hit next turn. Not quite. I have 4,000 gold. I think we can get a few more merchants running around, you know? All right, now they're 1,000 a pop. Now it's getting a little steep. All right, so there's that. We got 10 turns for Oxford. Still can't buy anything. I'm kind of saving up for when we finish military, but the problem is I started that last. But we do have the steam engine, which means I can start buying ports. So that is a big boost for us, actually. Yep. So now we can get ports, ironworks. Oh, that's right. We can get the ironwork. That'll help. Yeah, let's get into Gao here and buy the ironwork. All right. Where are we going to put that down, huh? What looks like a good spot? Anywhere that does not have amazing adjacencies. So I guess right here. Yeah, it looks like the only spot. There we go. So let's move this. Let's see if we can snag a production, huh? I like that. A 1-5. Yeah, everything else is just culture. Let's snag a 1-5-1 there. 8 turns on that now. That shaved 2 whole turns off. It's crazy. That's nice. Ah, but this has a city resource in it, which would be ideal. So let's grab that. All right, we're trading with Pataliputra a whole bunch. Now let's get Napoleon taken care of. What looks good? Probably take him up for some fat. Oh, you know what? No. The gold is always good. Plus, if we need to, we can just give him another trade route. All right, so do we really want to slot these right now? I don't think so, but they are nice to hold on to. So once we get more stuff, we can do it. Okay, we're at 1411. Yeah, we'll just hold off. I want to get some ports in, but buying that ironworks was definitely needed for Gao. Actually, if I can buy the port in Gao, that would also be a big boost. All right, we've unlocked natural history, so we got the museums that we can purchase. All right, ports are 2,700. So next turn I can buy a port. Right, anything I want to plug in, I can get gold in cities. Yep, and make it into culture. That's right. Honestly, I think we're good. Oh, I could do the resource. Our overbuilding didn't really seem like it changed that much, did it? Yeah, let's grab resource capacity. I think that's going to be much more beneficial for us, especially in... Ah, that's right, it's homeland. Okay, well, that's fine. That gets us more GDP, I guess. You are causing me problems. Okay, visual glitch there for a second. Okay, well, while we deal with that visual glitch, just get me some... There we go, elephants over here. Now, if I go back in, it probably... There we go, fixed it. All right, thought it would be in Gal. That's fine. Next turn, we'll get a port in. Hopefully, we can start making some moves here. All right. Yeah, I think another added layer to the game, which I kind of explained earlier, I think somewhere in exploration, through that haze. Exploration takes so long. I think the trick is finding out... Yeah, I'll support that. That's actually pretty nice. I think the trick is figuring out, hey, what buildings can I keep that will have a base yield? And then versus taking adjacencies. Now, to be fair, I think most of the time you're just going to overbuild anyway, but it never hurts to kind of keep that in mind. All right, we finished our city park. Oh, there are wonders to build. It's just not... I could be building these. Maybe I should. But I don't think that's really necessary. Oh, I can get a prospector out here for some rubber. That actually would be pretty good. So give me a prospector. And after that prospector, I think we go into a museum. No, I actually need science. We need to up our science a bit. So let's play this science game here. Schoolhouse. All right, there's some doubles. This was the old area. Okay, that's a 3. That's a double. It's over here anyway. Oh, a bath. Yeah, we could go in here. So we'll do that. Actually, speaking of science, how are we looking? Probably pretty abysmal. It's not as bad as I thought, but it's not great either. Yeah, it's not great. Gilgamesh over there with a 900, kind of surprising me. All right, let's get over here to production. Axum, what can you build for me? Only Red Fort. Okay, I don't really care about that. Let's have you start building up some... Actually, let's start with a port. Let's start building up some economy. Oh, wow, that's a 16. That's crazy. What's it getting rid of? My shipyard? Well. Oh, actually, it looks like it's going to replace the wharf instead. Port will overbuild wharf. Oh, I see how it says that. Good. Get rid of my wharf. That thing's not really doing anything for me. All right, yeah, get that going. And then we're going to try to focus on getting some adjacency boosts in here. Yeah, that's going to kind of be the goal there. All right, Boston got me a schoolhouse. I think we could do Red Fort. It's the only one I would actually... Hold up, where's it going? I actually will build Red Fort. The only reason is because of where it's situated. I doubt he will, but if anybody came through here, it's an extra bonus, and I can get a yield addition to it, so I'm going to take it. Otherwise, I'm not really going to go for wonders too much. We're mainly going to focus on getting the gold, and I forgot to come into Gao 2.0. Let's get that fixed. Means I might not get Oxford now because I wasn't paying attention. All right, so that's 16, and this is... Why am I getting more here? All right, whatever. Put that in. Back to production. I got a migrant. That's nice. Okay. Oh, I got 1,000 gold. That's nice, too. All right, let's get to Gao. You guessed it. More production in Gao. 130's got us down to 5 turns here. Wrong thing. What is he looking like on Oxford, huh? All right, so there's his Oxford, isn't it? I mean, he's looking pretty good. How's my Oxford looking? Ooh, I don't think I'm going to get it. Looks like he's almost done. Yep, that's not looking good. It's not looking good. Okay. Oh, apparently I can grab all of that. Well, let's start over here. Yep, there it is. Okay, yeah, it looked like that would be the case. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. So, good job, Rizzle, I guess. Man, being a freak since the beginning of the time. All right, so... We could build the own... Oh, you know what? I'll try to snag in an owns in here. Yeah, I might try to do that. It's already a 3-4. Could do a 5. Unless I want to switch gears, I could also boost up my sciences and things like that with a quick 2-turn. Yeah, let's do that instead. Yeah, we'll switch into Schoolhouse and do things like that. So we got a 3 and a 2. Oh, that's right. We came over here for a 3 or a 4. Okay. Well, if I'm replacing my armorer... I might as well replace it with a military academy. Just saying. There we go. And we'll put a schoolhouse on top of it. They have the lower numbers, so they should get the higher yield. Maybe not all the time, but that's kind of the reasoning I'm going for right now. All right, we could switch this up. I kind of like the resource capacity right now, so we're going to keep that in play. Got a migrant here. What can you do for me? 3 food, huh? We're going to get a little extra happiness in a production. In that case, I might as well just get food production and gold. All right. Off you go. That should give me money, I believe, because it activates it and makes it a thing. So there's a prospector. Get me, before we do prospectors, get me a few more. Ooh, I could do a port right now. Does sound like a good idea. One of these has to be a city. 4,000 gold. That's actually not terrible. I can make 11 gold. Yeah, let's make some gold. Yeah, there we go. In fact, we'll do that. Yeah, let's throw a bit more in here now that we have stuff, because it's still better than doing nothing. All right. There we go. Attack Meta. Let's get you even more crabs and give you fish. Kendo. Give you horses, I guess. All right, that's fine. Alrighty. So what do we got going on? Oh, Dublin. We could try to befriend Dublin. I don't know how many city-states I'm going to befriend, really. All right. Send you off. Yep. Go off to Rizal here. Oh, Wailuku right there. Or Wailua. All right. Should check my GDP here soon. Should be looking pretty reasonable. All right, what do we got? 18,972. So yeah, it is climbing. It's just taking its time. Actually, how am I looking everywhere else? 4th place for science. Okay. Oh, Rizal's top contender, and he built Oxford. I definitely don't like that, then. Military, we're okay, and 2nd place culturally, so that's not terrible. Yes, I'm going to support Gilgamesh on more of these. In fact, if he's not at war with anybody, but he's probably allied, isn't he? Oh, he's allied with Rizal. I wish he would ally with me. I'm going to try. Let's see if he'll do it. He rejects it. Okay. Yeah, I figured as much. What else we got going on? So I'm making 1,000 gold. Okay. Apparently, Alexander's having a rough time. I'm going to send him an open market. Is he at war with anybody? No, but he's hostile with a ton of people. Holy cow. He's allied with Lafayette. He might ally with me. Shall we do it? He accepts my alliance. Wonderful. I figured we might as well try to get a few allies going. Form an alliance. Accepted. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and talk to Harriet Tubman here. She rejected mine. Okay, so that's a bit of a bummer. But I got 2 people. I'll take it. I'm mainly happy to have an ally with Ada since she's on my doorstep. Although that also means she's the only one that, like, look at this. She's the bulwark. Like, you know, yeah, not great. All right, I need more science. I gotta push my science harder. Let's get... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna push it even harder. I need a lot of science. 544, that's a bit better. That's a healthy number. That's a healthy number. All right. Now, who we got? I think like 1, 2, 3 more trade deals. Okay. So I'm gonna buy a merchant. So I went too far. Buy 1 merchant, and then what else can we buy out of this? I'm gonna buy a port. Yeah. I'm going to be porting it up. Oh, wow. Yep, time to get rid of that lighthouse. Don't need that anymore. All right, Boston. Let's just get you some happiness and some food, I guess. I'm just here to place things in there. All right. Ooh, what happened here? First research flight was Gilgamesh. Interesting. So I'm thinking Gilgamesh and Rizal will be hunting down the first place for science. So that has me a little worried. We'll just have to play it by ear, though. I can't really contend with too much. Military's not exactly up to par for that. Oh, I will take that. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. Actually, how many are you at? 15 to 17. He's got a healthy empire. Yeah, he's looking pretty solid. All right, so let's see here. We got combustion unlocked. That's good. Now we're on our way to industrialization. That's our rail stations. Okay, yep, good. Gotta keep pushing that. All right, Tadmeka. Let's go right here. All right, so we can get that. Gaia, let's get this. I'm mainly just going to get some fish out of you for now. I'm going to support this. I'm a little worried I'm beefing him up a bit too much, but I really don't have a choice. All right, Hilo is a mining town. Let's get a bit more out of him then. Stonecutter, Ironworks. There we go. Kind of boost that a little bit. Oh, I forgot about right here. Oh, that's filled. Never mind. All right, he should start making me more money now. Oh, we got a city-state. Perfect. We could do food. -1 happiness for each one. I don't feel that. I could get population in the capital. Settlement limit. Let's see. 3 food and settlements for each expansionist. 4 food on food buildings. Oh, I'm going to take a food on all my resources. Might actually turn out pretty handy. Oh, I think I will definitely take the rare metals unless there's anything better. 3 gold for each active trader out for each economic city-state you're suzerain of. 1 resource capacity in settlements with a factory. I kind of want to take that. We have a lot of resources. We don't have factories yet, but we will. All right. Oh, I will take production towards rail stations. Are you kidding me? Yes. 100%. Okay, we got the Omzen. Don't care. That is what it is. I could actually pull that into my empire with a prospector, which isn't a bad idea. A merchant wouldn't be crazy. Let's do a museum, though. Yeah, let's get a museum plugged in here. Yeah, get that added in. Kind of push our culture a bit more. Ooh, what do we have happen? So Rizal beat me to ideology somehow, and he chose communism. That's probably what we're going to end up picking. I think communism is the one with gold, I believe. All right, what do we need? I think we need a military academy. Definitely need a museum. Let's see what's in here. Let's get rid of that kiln. We don't need a kiln. And we'll put a military right there. Yep, that'll work out pretty well. So building-wise, I think we're okay. We're definitely making a ton of gold. Only Lafayette is making more than us. Oh, my bad. Okay, there's several people making more than me. All right, we've unlocked the ideology tree. That's good. All right. Dirma, you're just gonna make some food for me. We need our ideology first. So what do we got here? Democracy? No. Fascism? Oh, it's fascism I need. Communism, though, that would push our science. I mean, we could eat the gold cost. It's not a big deal. I say we go... Yeah, I'm going to try fascism. I'm going to try to shoot for production and gold. All right, we have an opener. Definitely need that extra culture. There we go, 547. That culture card is actually pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, one of these needs to be a city. And I think Tadmeka might be calling my name. All right, we got triple on culture, triple on culture. Yeah, we got okay for science. I could put a science here and then get over there. How we looking? 39 production. Lami 37, so they're pretty even on production. All right. Admeca, I think, is the winner. It has more access to things. It can do more for me. So, yep, I'm going to convert this. There we go. Yep, these would take a real long time, but we'll get it done, don't worry. Definitely going to put an ironworks there, and then we'll fill in the rest as we go. All right, so apparently I can... Oh, right, our specialists give us science. Well, for now, let's get some production. All right, Mecha needs production, and it needs a lot of it. All right, you're at 49. Drop all this. Gal, you're going to sacrifice some of this. You do not need 150 production, okay? You missed out on your wonder, and it ticks me off, so that's your punishment. 98, 97, 89. You know what? Yeah, it's your punishment, okay? It's your punishment. It's to feed your younger brother. You're still at 126. That's ridiculous. All right, here, you can have some of this stuff. Make you happy. Promise it'll all work out. All right, oh, more crabs. Take it. Move 24 production. It was only 24 production, but, man, that's production Tadmeka can use, so it'll be fine. It'll all work out. And then Takeda, actually, I know what to do with Takeda now. All right, yep, we're entering fascism. We got 2 more policy slots. Let's lock them in. Let's take... What do I want to do here? Actually, I'm going to take freedom of speech, so 50, and then boom. So, yeah, we're just going to load up on our specialists right now. There we go, 625. That's actually pretty good. All right, we're about to start unlocking our rail, and that's going to be perfect for us. We just need to get them down. I will support this. Even though you didn't like me, I'll support it. All right, not a big deal. What do we got now? Okay, so we got one more turn on that. We're at 39.43. I'm just looking at the gold. All right, we're up to 14. Oh, that went way higher than I thought. All right, that's good. That's real good. All right, just got to keep an eye on Rizal and Gilgamesh right now. How are they looking? Yeah, he climbed up. Gilgamesh is at 1,056. He's doing his thing. Oh, Ashoka likes me now. Let's see if we could ally with him. No violence yet. Let's try to get an alliance here. He accepts it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, since he accepted, maybe maybe Tubman would be feeling it. She is allied with Ashoka, so might just do it. She might do it. Oh, we have to wait 3 more turns. All right, that's fine. That's fine. All right, we want to keep trading. We're going to keep doing stuff. We do not have enough influence for certain things, which, yeah, that's fine. Let's keep going. In fact, speaking of influence, I might come over here to BT, but I think that's going to be quite expensive. It is a wonderful area. I mean, it's only going to leave a few open holes. All right, there we go. That is the rail station. Boston is the capital. Talk to me. Rail station is 49.20 here, but how much is it over here? 38.40. Okay. Well, we're going to start snagging them in the factory towns first. Oh, did I not fix you? You're growing? Oh, we can't have that. Factory town will save me more money. All right, fine. You're right in the middle. You're like a perfect little factory town little situation. So, yep, factory town. So now it is 22.40. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, huh? Okay, I can double up. How am I getting adjacency on this? Oh, quarters. Oh, well, I'll take that. It's fine with me. I could do a port. Let's hold off. Matara. I mean, rail doesn't really matter here. The port is what matters, because the port will secure my... Wow, I'm just looking at the numbers. They're all the same. It don't matter. My port will secure the ability to build a factory here, so that's more important than the rail station. All right. Plus your combat strength? No. Whoever you're fighting, I kind of want you guys to whittle each other down. I don't need you guys helping each other. Oh, Taekwondo is the one I should have done. Oh, we'll do that next turn. All right, what we got? I'm going to agree. All right, so we should be working towards factories, correct? 8 turns. Good. So in that 8 turns, hopefully we can get some rail put down. I will build a rail station here, actually, because we have the time to do it. This will be finished right when we get the stuff, so I'm actually okay with that. Ooh, that's crazy. That's a 3 gold on that. The only other thing would be the stock exchange. You know what? No, I'm going to come out here. We're only getting a 1 on it, but it'll be... pretty good. Also, oh, that's right, because we put a rail station in here. I like how it says rail station. I wish it would show if it was connected instead of just saying rail stations on there. I'm going to throw in some food right now. Everything else I don't really care about. There you go. Spot on you. All right. Agadez. Looking pretty good. Might be worth giving you a port. Once you finish Red Fort, we're going to be good to go. Ah, we don't have silk in the trade route anymore. That's unfortunate. Oh, Kukia I forgot about. Let's get some production. That looks pretty good. Kukia, we got to set you up for something. I just don't know what it is. Can you be a factory town? No, you cannot, but you can be a trade outpost, which really doesn't help me. All my adjacency disappeared. So I'm going to make you mining. You're definitely a mining town. I just haven't given you the ironworks and stuff yet, but I feel like you're a mining town. All right, now back to Kendo. Get me the rail station. So I lose... Oh, because of the farm, right? Well, I'd rather gain a... No, don't do that. I want to keep that open for the factory. Oh, we could put it here too, but yeah. Just put this right there. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, Saba, how about you get a port? Okay, so it's only because Tekendo has... the cheap ability, so yeah, we'll use it. That works. All right, so let's get you another thing to slot in. Have some of this and some of this. Anything else to... Oh, no, there you go. Have at it. I don't care what it is right now, because right now, whatever it is getting me science and culture, so whatever works. I don't know what you're doing, Friedrich, but I don't like it. If you settle in the middle of my stuff, I'm going to have a problem. Oh, there's Red Fort. The world is the place we prove real by dying in it. Salman Rushdie. I'm glad we snagged that. To be fair, that would have been our wonder if we went for Buganda, so... Actually works in our favor. All right, science it up. Let's go for maintenance on buildings. Seems like a good one. Yep, we'll go for that. So gives us more money and happiness to kind of work with. All right, don't care. Like I said, I just kind of threw that out there just because. All right, so it's a 10 turn for a rail station. So let's get the rail station put in. All right, that's a weird way to look at that, but okay. Okay, now that's some options. What about over here, over here? Right. Okay, there gets me a 3. And I gain 5 production. That's crazy. All right, so my suggestion, yeah, we will actually go here. So let's get rid of that. Don't need that clay pit. It's 3 extra gold. I'm going to go to a purchase. Ah, no purchase. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's do that. And where we at here? Is this the original? That's a schoolhouse. Okay, so, ooh. I'm going to come out here for the port. Actually, that's a great idea. All right, so let's start with rail. We definitely need rail in Boston because it's the capital. First to have 10 was Napoleon, surprisingly. We've unlocked fascism. Let's change our policies. I do need money and production. So, how do we want to light this candle? Kind of like these. I don't think we're going to miss out much on that. And I'm going to take gold. And I do want the production as well. Oh, this is just buildings. We can scratch that then. There we go. All right, we're up to 1631. Achieve a celebration in 20 turns. That shouldn't be too difficult. All right, we got diplomatic points. Let's plug those in. Economics. Gold on resources in towns and 2 on distant lands. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, that's way more helpful to me than whatever that is. Where we are down here. Commanders get a free level. As much as I like this, I'm going to take the military units just in case. Let's go with befriending independence, I suppose. Back to growth. All right, secure this for me, please. Fantastic. So, Takeda, I wanted you to grow a bit more. Looks like you're kind of done with it, though, aren't you? That's fine. Give me an ironworks anyway. I'll take that right there. Just have a little extra production. So my thought is... Yeah, oh, I can even get over here. Give me a prospector, actually. Buy one of them. I'm going to get this oil over here. So my thought is if I could get a few more on here, I'll make this a resort town. Takeda has great happiness. Okay, so we've accomplished fascism. Is there anything in here we would want? Production and gold. And then 20% towards constructing buildings and improvements in cities with a rail station. That's just all pretty good stuff. It's not bad. Anyway, let's go to our American civics. I want to get all this done. I definitely want those abilities, because the only other thing we would go for would be going all the way up to militarism, but we don't have a single conquered settlement, so it's actually useless to me right now. Could be useful later, but for now, it's not. Who am I weakening? Who'd you choose? What'd you pick? Ah, you Democrat. Okay. Communists, surrounded by such evil human beings. How dare they? How dare they choose these options? Okay, let me see. I have a production over here I want to slot in, that's why. I'll probably Gal, because I want to keep my city stuff. 4 and Axum, 112. Oh, guess what? Yep. All right, congratulations, Gal 2.0. You've earned wine. You gotta have a little bit of wine. Lost 20 food for that. Holy crap. That's insane. Oh, that's insane. Yeah, you guys are gonna just stick around, that's for sure. I gotta keep Boston safe. All right, we're 8 turns on the rail, 4 turns to getting factories, so we're on our way. Now with the amount of this gold that we got running, I should be able to secure a military... Okay, well, actually, Ironworks will do, and Ironworks will do. Okay, so That's a triple, so we need to leave that open. This is a double. All right. I could get rid of this observatory, and this is a double, and I did put a schoolhouse in here. All right, I see what's going on. We're going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to touch that right now. Yeah, we're going to focus on other things. All right, Lulam has pretty much accomplished everything it needs to. So let's grab more production, and I'm going to set you up as you were last time. Definitely keeping an urban center in here. I'll go ahead and secure that schoolhouse. It's a beautiful +3 that we can work with. All right. Gal 2.0. Probably start putting some specialists in. Dungeon and observatory. It's not bad. Oh, we already got our 3 over here. That's good. Let's see. Temple and menagerie. Okay. Museum and pavilion. We got our port. All right, let's start filling this in, because we'll start putting some stuff in there once we have the rail station. I will support that. It's fine with me. Okay, ironworks is complete. Definitely will need a rail station around here somewhere. That was a university, which we have to keep. We got a double here as well. Oh, actually, I could take the rail station here, I suppose. I kind of like that spot. That empty spot looked pretty good. I'll take it. 9 turns actually isn't bad. Fortify, 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 fortify. There we go. All right, Prospector. Go get me that oil, huh? Make Takeda look better. Also to stop Karur from getting anything fun. I like how they completely just took over this whole section. Not great. Yep, I feel like I'm pushing Gilgamesh towards a win here with all this science. There we go. Oh, look at that. What a beaut. What a beaut. I need to get more Prospectors. All right. Well, I mean, you're kind of done. I do want a port, though. Yeah, I do want a port. I love ports. It equals so much money. It's just, they're great. All right, I'm going to set you up as a resort town. So there you go. 15 gold a turn. I kind of wanted more of these tiles. Kind of wish I could get someone in here for Takeda to do that, but we'll deal with what we got. All right, there you go. Grab this one. Come on, get in there. Perfect. And let me see here. We have a elephant here we can make use of, so let's do that. Anything worth dropping. Axum's at 104, that's fine. Really, original Gal's the only one kind of being hurt, but Axum, I need you to get a little more production. There we go. I know I could have probably done Tadmeka, but not really worth it. All right, what else we got? Oh, there's something we can get. There's a ruin. That's kind of nice. All right, we're 1 turn away from unlocking factories. 3 turns on this military academy. That's fine. All right, you're 6 turns on yours. I need a rail station over here. Question is where? Oh, you know what? This tile looks like it's perfect. Oh, wait. Or we can crush this one. I'm going to crush this one. This will actually turn into a double as well. Nah, I'm going to go here. Yeah, I'm going to go there. That works better in my favor. All right. Get that out of the way. So you're building your rail. I just need it sooner. I need it sooner, please. All right, we've unlocked steel mills, tradition slots, and gold rush. So let's change that. And now we get 3 GDP per turn for slotted factory resources once we have them in. So there's mass production. For every resource assigned to them. That is exactly what we need. Gold rush is going to help us. So we're at 1782, 2000. Ooh, Federalist papers or poems on various subjects, religious and moral. Science, please. There's an economic attribute point. Don't mind if I do. Let's go with a resource capacity in towns. Make even more money. Oh, leave them into their fun. That's right. Okay, we could fill this in if we want to. I'm going to keep a double up here, so I'm going to go ahead and use that one. All right, so what's this get me? Settlement limit, I don't really care about. We actually have enough settles, I think. So really, the only thing we should go for is anything with GDP, which isn't the case. So our next option should be flight, and then flight 2.0, because we want to work towards getting these projects up and running, because each project's worth 1,000 GDP when we complete it. All right, Gal, you've completed your stuff. I'm really happy about that. 1 turn me a prospector. I want to grab this. That's culture as well, because I forgot about that. And then get working on a steel mill. Yeah, that's actually a great idea. Okay, so what's in here? I could get rid of the dungeon and observatory. I don't feel like that's really what I want to do. I already have my schoolhouse and academy. Okay. Oh, hey, there we go. That looks like a great spot. I'm sorry, Canavassery, you got to go. All right, let's go ahead and just plug in more stuff. All right, I hit the wrong button. There you go. Throw this here. Oh, look at that. 60 resources assigned. So now we get 2 GDP per turn for bonus resources assigned to cities. So as long as my cities are full up on resources, they're making me a ton of GDP. All right, we're at 15,393 now. Let's keep pushing it. Keep pushing it. Yeah, them resource slots are coming in handy. I wish I had a few more wonders that gave me that ability, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. All right, it's our prospectors. Get him out here. Let's grow Gaia again. Let's take some more food. Look like you might be done. I'm not buying you a port. That'd be a mistake. I'm going to cheese this. How much is it for this Rail station. 15, I'll take it. Could not buy my factory, but I will go ahead and start building that bad boy. That's not bad, but I want to be out here. That's a great factory. So yeah, let's make use of the factory. Okay. You know, I'll take a little more specialist. Why not? There we go. Yeah, specialist. Can you build factories now? That's all. Yes. That's what we need. We need more. We need that more than a steel mill. Get that out of there. Steel mills are nice, but factories are better. I'll put that back in there, though. I know I could have just moved it, but... All right, there we go. So, yep, I'll take the food. So you're connected, which means... Let's finish this military academy. Should be pretty cheap. Yeah, 284. Perfect. Okay, so we need a rail station in here. 8 turns. I'm not thrilled. Hey, we can finally get rid of this garbage area. Hey, we can finally put our factory... our stuff there. I think I can buy a factory into... Yes, I can. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so these are only doubles, huh? I'll take it. Perfect. Let me see if I can buy one in Matara. I just don't... I guess I need a rail station. That's fine. All right, well, we got a factory. Can I get a factory in here? Okay, just not enough money. All right, I'm going to spend a little extra on a stone cutter just to get an extra gold. Yep, there we go. All right, so let's grow our town. Really, we can go anywhere with this. Probably just do some extra science. All right. We have launched. Okay, don't care about any of this. We'll reallocate this in a second. Where's my factory? There's my factory. All that goes away. Oh my gosh, Kendo, you have slots. You have slots for me. All right, perfect. We should probably do a percentage. Culture, not really. We're not building anything. This has to go to cities. We could do science. It's a little... It's okay. Actually, if I throw a whatchamacallit in there, it'd probably work out pretty well. Yeah, I could probably throw... some of this in here and then boost it. So that's 23. Let's see how this works. All right, looks like it's not doing me any favors, really. All right, so that's 29 regardless. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm wondering if that percentage is empire-wide then. That'd be nice if that was the case. And that, you know what? I'm going to drop this. I'm going to move this. Just put it here. Just fill this full of tea. That's up 4. Oh, okay, yeah, right. From original. All right, so... Yeah, we'll just take this. I could do happiness and stuff, but science is where it's at. So 7... Okay, that... I love how that means nothing, apparently. What are you building? A military academy? Can I finish that with money? I cannot. All right, we'll keep going. All right, let's move on. Great. Okay, now we can get a factory in Hagero, Daragwe. Building one in Gal 2.0. And we're building one in Boston. So yeah, let's get one in here. Secure another factory point for us. All right. 2 production. Oh, that's a lot of production, actually. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. That Hollett wasn't doing too much for us. Instead, I'll get a sawmill and boost our gold. Oh, why not? Let's finish the whole thing. All right, fantastic. 100 gold, 1,800 happiness. Good thing we left them to their revelries, huh? Well, I already put a saw pit in. Might as well get the production out of that. All right, scroll on down. Get you out of here. All right, what do we want to give? That would be pointless. I guess I could just do the culture at this point and just throw that in there. All right. Yep, that'll work. All right. Get back up here. Let's just throw this science into Sure Lulami. Sounds good to me. Back up to the top. Yeah, we got a thing in here. Let's fill it because all of my cities should have everything slotted because it's just more GDP. All right. You're a factory town without anything yet, so let's go ahead and do this. All right. Yep, that'll work. Fantastic. So how are we looking now? 15, 6, 9. Okay, I can deal with it. Off we go. I wouldn't say we're swimming in gold, but hey, I mean, we're making the GDP work, so I call it a win. We're only turned 30. That's actually not bad. I'm sure someone said they could do it better, right? I'd never claimed to be the best. Surplus influence. I didn't need you to tell me more. Actually, I needed to do something with that. Not really seeing anybody up here. Oh, you know what, Dublin? I hit you up. How about that? Sounds good. Trade opportunity. Where are we at? Karakoram, huh? I wouldn't mind trading that. Oh, move by rail, right? There we go. A little bit of culture, production, and a factory resource I can assign. Boston, why are you... Oh, did you finish your rail station? Is that why? Well, let me look in here. I could move something. I'm not going to. So that is 2 less GDP, I will admit. That's, you know, that's fair. Something I should keep an eye on. Okay, Matara, you cannot get a factory, so you need to get this rail station in first and make that happen. Now you can get a factory. Cool. Good thing I checked that. All right. Kondo's fine. All of these can get the stuff. It's just those ones are cheaper. I can't slide anything yet. I don't care. We'll make you a factory next turn. All right, you're 6 turns on that. All right, everything's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. All of our specialists are making us money and production. And we now have a decisive victory 3x, which is changed up. We've unlocked our rail yards now. And we have a policy, a tradition slot, +1 Ooh, we do want to change that. All right, so we now have department stores and opera houses. Should we take 15% gold adjacent to coast and we gain culture equal to 25% of the trade income? That's not bad. We're kind of losing our canivassery, so that's not really a big deal with a gold building and a mining town. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's just a production on... They should up this one a bit. Mud brick's not that great. Well, maybe if you span canivasseries, I guess. But yeah, let's get some influence for every resource assigned to our cities, which is a lot of influence. Yeah, that's 119. We're going to need that because we are running economics hard. That's our goal. Okay, let's go ahead and just fill this port in a bit more because I like doing that. I'm going to reject that diplomatic action. I kind of like my... culture at the moment. All right, we got a bunch of gold. I think we can get Matara going. Yep, let's get that factory in. All right. Oh, this is also a 14. Yeah, well, come out here. Let's get rid of that market. All right, there we go. Now, what are we going to slot in that, huh? Let's exit this out. You know what? Actually, looking at that, I agree. Oh, no, I don't agree. That's only 4 chocolates. 2, 4, 6. We got 8. Anything we got 8 of? Oh, not quite. Unless I move the 2, 4, 6. Okay, that was 8 of those. Goodness. 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm not producing land units, though. I'm not producing naval either. That's kind of annoying. But we'll go with this, then. It's plus 1 HP for healing units, so that actually has a use there. Oh, come on now. Quit moving like that, huh? All right, that'll work. And then we can fill it with spices, some sugar. There you go. And then we can throw this sugar up here. Problem solved. I'll just throw some sugar right here. Let me make sure that... Okay. There we go. Let's move on. We should be making a lot of GDP off of our factory resources now. In fact, I'll check the dedications here once we finish the turnout. Just waiting for it to go through. All right, so we got a celebration. But before we do, let's see dedications. All right, we got the trade routes. We're at 165 out of 500, so we're moving right along there. Rail station, 6 of 12. We're going to try to grab more. We're building them. And we're at 19 of 30 factory resources, so we've got to slot some more. We just need the factories. We're going to keep pushing science. We want those abilities. I'm actually going to get our happiness and gold back from the buildings. So that shoots us up a little bit. Militaristic or 1,000 culture. That 1,000 culture would finish that, but I'm not too worried about the culture. I'm going to take a military point just to kind of keep an eye on things. Yeah, unit maintenance, actually. That's going to jump us even higher. So that's a pretty good deal. Okay, we can get a factory over here in 7 turns. That's pretty good stuff. Let's go ahead and slot that in. We'll do this later. Let's see. For Lulami, are you allowed to get factories in the... Okay, looks like you probably can with a rail station and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and secure a museum. I know that's kind of going back on a few things, but I think that'd be pretty good for us to have. You don't have the ability yet. You're working on it. All right, that looks pretty good. So let's keep going and see what else we can do. I'd like to get some more rail going in. That way we can get some more factories. I have 60 specialists, was Napoleon. That's crazy. Oh, he finally did that. I was wondering when they would. That was pretty open. Oh, Gal 2.0 has a factory. That's right. And it can actually produce things. We could do this, but I'm not going to. Do I want to do a unit thing on you? Actually, I could do the naval stuff. You seem like a good naval area, too. So, yeah, we're going to do that. Fill you up with the oranges. Yep. Just listen to the what. I don't know how they got that sound. I don't really think they're squeezing oranges. All right. You can keep your production and have some crabs. Man, I lost a lot of food off of that. Goodness. All right. Tadameka. There you go. All right, good. I'm finally running out of spots, which is good. Yeah, actually, it's good. There's not really a downside right now because all of these secured means that we have... Yeah, that we're making money, we're making GDP, so it's all working out. Ooh, something happened. Ada settled too close. We're going to find out where that's at. Hermitage got built by Alexander. Good for him. I know. One of the few games I don't build Hermitage. All right, so where'd you settle? Okay. Is it Plymouth? I don't care. Not really hurting my feelings too much. Alliance is weakening. No, did she choose democracy? Don't do that to me. Don't tell me you chose democracy. Oh, it's because she settled too close, that's why. All right, Lafayette apparently really likes me. Let's see if he'll take an alliance this time. He rejects my alliance. See if Harriet Tubman's going to take it. She rejects my alliance. Gilgamesh, I know, will reject it because he only likes one alliance. Oh, well. It is what it is. One thing I should do is probably trade with more people, but we need to keep doing our factories and stuff. So you're 7 turns. If I could buy rail yards... That would be nice. Can I buy a rail yard? Awesome. I'm buying that. I'd rather have that so I can work straight into making a factory. All right, so that's 2 turns. That's 2 turns. I don't see anywhere else what that would be. Yep, none of that really matters. All right, where did I put that? Oh, right there. Yeah, get me... I guess either one doesn't matter. Oh, let's go here, though. All right, yep, get that factory going. That's what we need. Your 2 turns on yours, your 2 turns on yours. It's great. Sure, that's a whole bunch of stuff. All right. Yeah, luckily with the economic play, if you're wanting to win economics, your goal is to make the most out of slotting the resources. So you want to go down the science tree, make sure you're getting science for slotted resources. Culture, make sure you're getting culture off of slotted resources. That's the name of the game. All right, let's go for that. I think you're done. You can just be a happy fisherman. Oh, hold up. Do you want to be a factory town, apparently? I'll allow it. I'll allow it. You can be a factory town. All right, let's put a rail station right there, and I can get a factory right away. How about them apples? I'm going to go ahead and get a port, though. Yeah, we'll get a port, get a ton of gold. Sounds like a good idea. I could eat into this. I'm not going to. All right, let's just give you what you can for now. You're going to be getting some factory resources very soon, hopefully in the next turn. I love how cheap factories are in factory towns. It's great. It's a way to do her. All right, we got unlocked Statue of Liberty and Lend-Lease. So I get war support on all wars or +2 of joining a war with an ally. Okay, interesting. Settlement limit and Statue of Liberty. We've unlocked flight. We've got 4 food on groceries, which I don't have any. All right, give me that factory. Ooh. I'll just take this 14. Goodbye, temple. Hello, steel. All right, Gao. Kind of whatever works, I guess. What's yeah, I guess we'll fill that in. Sure. All right, so Tadmeka is growing. I guess we'll just grab some of that. No war support for you. It's not happening. All right, perfect. So we got to unlock, yep, transatlantic, which means I need to build an aerodrome somewhere. Like I said, I'm not forcing that. It's just got to keep an eye on it. I'm wondering if I want to come through here. I don't think I do at the moment. I will come up to here because people love to fight. So just in case, we'll go ahead and grab that GDP option. Rail station's in. Let's immediately get our factory going. Let's see what we got here. So got the 3s, 2s. Okay, yep. Right there. Right in the heart of my city. That's where my factory should go. You need to make me an aerodrome. That needs to happen. And I'm going to put it... So that's a double. Yeah, we'll go here. That would be a 3 for science, but we've already done a whole thing for that. So, yeah, get an aerodrome here. I'm only needing it for one thing. All right, Boston. I think you can have... Get out of there. You can have the coffee. There we go. That'll help boost your productions. Axum, you can have this for now. All right, looks pretty good. Oh, wow, that's right. Tendirma, what can we give you? Give you chocolate. See, I got a 5 slot. I'm not really going to mess with building land units. Let's be fair. Oh, and that's 1,000 GDP right there. That's right. That's right. I know what I'm about. All right, perfect. Apparently there was something. Oh, right. Lend-Lease. Don't care about that. So we're at 1,000 plus more. So we're at 18. We need to try to get to 35 as much as possible. Looks like everybody else decided not to really go for economics. They're kind of going down either... Science, yeah, science is starting to climb, so we gotta be careful. They love science, and I'm sure culture will be going around. Rizal, you might want to be a little careful, bud. All right, I don't like you already. And we've spawned the banker. Now we're talking. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm about. So we're gonna start activating that bad boy. Let's go ahead and talk to Rizal first, because he hates me. All right. Yeah. Speaking of which, while we're waiting on the turns, what do you guys think of this map? You know, like a big old. I thought it was a donut at first, and then it's a whole weird-looking thing. I love it, though. Looks amazing. That's 1,000 happiness, 3 culture on my city parks. Let's go ahead and activate this for 1,000 GDP. Boom. Now we're at 19. Should be able to climb rather quickly here. Ooh, what do we have here? Friedrich. Oh, no. Chose fascism. It's the same thing as me. Why is it saying that's a bad thing? He's going to end up liking me now. All right, 25% of the age progress is through. Let's move on ahead. Tadmeka has a factory, so we can get more factory points. I am actually going to slow... No, I'm not slowing down. Who are you kidding? Nah, we ain't doing that. We speeding up. All right, let's get our schoolhouse in. Yep, we'll put that there. That'll work. And then we're going to do it very slow with Tadmeka, trying to figure things out. All right, let's get our rail yard. That'll complete our thing there. I forget what all it does. I think it gets an extra resource slot. Either way, we'll go for that. Kind of figure things out. Yes, Tadmeka, what are you going to offer me? Okay, yeah, drop the crabs. I say we just grab the 3 culture. Just grab the culture. Should be pretty good. There we go. Yeah, now we're at the point where it's like, hey, we can kind of mix and match. Some of these I like to just go all in. Oh, I can go all in over here. Hold up. Yeah, drop those. Got more cotton now. Cotton. There we go. Yeah, I'll take more points. All right, there's that. Can I slot these in anywhere? All right, looks good. Yeah, I should be getting extra GDP off of my stuff, right? See, we got our banker. We got the 2 GDP there. Ah, I need 3 more rail stations, and I get 3 GDP off of my stuff for my gold buildings. So I need 3 more rail stations. Let's take a look at that then. You're building a factory. You're done. You're done. I suppose you get a rail station. Yeah, it looks pretty good. There we go. What about you, Zarya? 3360. Okay, we'll buy another one next turn. Not a problem. All right. Yep, gotta play the resource game. Hey now, hey now. There you go. All right, let's send you off to the next guy, huh? Yep. Rizal hates me. And Napoleon hates me as well. So we're gonna hit those two guys up first. I don't know if it still has the active effect of people hating you or not. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. He is definitely coming to war me. I'm definitely seeing that. He's going through BT to do it. All right, there's flight number 2. I'm actually just going to see if I can buy this aerodrome. Please tell me I can. Where's that at? Yeah, we need to buy that immediately. And while I would like to do the transatlantic flight, I'm going to try. And while we're trying that, I'm just going to make a bunch of trench fighters. Yep, because I see him coming. I don't like it. We can hold him off. It's just, you know, ugh, creepy. All right, we got flight. Next up would be aerodynamics. So we'll head down that way. Oh, the radio telescope. Oh, we have, no. Yeah, radio telescope. That is also a research ability. That'll give us 1,000 GDP. All right, so we need more gold. We would have had it, but I wanted to make sure I had that aerodrome. I think that was a better purchase, better use of our time. Yeah, definitely more use of our time because I can tell what's happening. I see it. Yeah, he's coming in close. All right, let's activate this. Boom, another 1,000 GDP. That should bring us in the 20s. All right, we only need to pop this off a few more times. All right, Gal has a factory. Beautiful. That's what we like to see. All right, Doisu Thep, huh? That's nice, but not really not a necessity. Let's grab another prospector just to kind of go off the chute there. I would like the steel mill. What's this offer once completed? Is it so 1 GDP from factory resources assigned to this settlement? Oh, that's awesome. That's fire right there. Okay, that makes things worth it a lot. Okay, so that's good to know. I'm gonna go for an opera house first. All right, that sounds like yeah, let's put that there. Mainly, I'm going for the influence to use for my banker right now. Okay, so what can you offer me? 1. Oh, you know what? Perfect. I'll take the 10. It's a good growth rate I can use in Gao because it takes a little time to grow. So all that's left is 4 chocolates and a tea. All right, we'll see about placing that somewhere. All right, I need to get one more little thing going. Who declared war? Alexander and Ashoka are fighting. Oh, there is a chance for me to accept a war. All right, that's kind of nice. Let's fix this up. Yeah, let's get that fixed up. There you go. You're looking beautiful. You're looking beautiful. All right, an ally is at war. I'm staying neutral on this. Yep, I'm immediately canceling that. Let's keep the science flowing. I'm going to go with... I could throw the resource capacity back in homelands. Get culture and gold off my homelands as well. Let's get a bit of culture and gold, actually. It's not much, but that trickle will be pretty handy for me. Okay, you have finished your factory. I almost want to build Statue of Liberty, but I don't care. So I'm going to move on. So let's see. Instead, I should definitely work towards getting the rail yard and steel mill. 0 gold. I like how it says that. Okay. Where do we want to put this thing, huh? So I'm getting production off of quarters and wonders. So yeah, that's not really a whole lot of use. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, I'm just going to replace this right here. Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of that one. I don't really care where that goes. I just read the ability, and the ability is what I want. All right, Axum, you don't need all this pearls, okay? The pearls really aren't that helpful for you. There you go. You can have the chocolate. Pearls actually need to go to Boston, which, I mean, I guess oh, you know what? We can drop one of these. Pick up one of these. I mean, I could lose 1 production. 1 of the 4. I might as well. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we'll throw that somewhere else. Or not, apparently. Okay, or not. Oh. All right, yep, leave it. It is what it is. All right, Prospector, go ahead and get that rubber. Okay, you've activated there. Let's go ahead and go to, yep, might as well go to the Great Library of Constantini. I might be able to knock this off again with the amount of gold, maybe. I'm making 2,000 a turn. It actually kind of works. I was wrong. I need another turn and some change. I was not expecting that. All right, we're going to fill that in. See, this is why you got to get GDP from other places. That banker is... You can't trust just the banker. All right, so we got our schoolhouse. Definitely, I wouldn't mind having this. So we got a 3 and a 3 for all of our stuff. Let me see where we're at. Actually, an aerodrome wouldn't be a bad idea in case things start to pop off. But let's do our museum first with a... opera house. There we go. And we'll kind of... Where would we put a... Oh, right. It would go over here. Yep. There we go. We're planning it out. Actually, I'll do that. That way I'll have the production. All right, you can sleep for a little bit like a turn or two, and then we'll be ready. That'll give us another 1,000, and then we'll be a step closer. Because the upside is we're still getting GDP off of our trade routes as well. All right, we've unlocked the library, or laboratory. Now we're getting closer. Closest one to us is 10,000 away, so it's going to take him some time. 79 on the science. We got to keep an eye on that. Let's actually grab more science. Yep, that actually works pretty well. So next up, I'm just going to grab some of this. Why are you still here? There you go. I'm going to get another rail station, by the way. There we go. Oh, really? Am I one off? I'm 11 to 12. All right. I need that GDP on gold buildings. All right. Now we're getting GDP off of our resources in Gal, or factory resources in Gal. So that's really good. Let's go into an aerodrome. Definitely feel like I need one of these. That'll be a nice, secure safety method, having that on our island. Oh, okay. We're making plenty. All right, good. Yeah, Gal got all the oranges, so that works out. Guy, you can have, you know what? This production go in there. That's a big boost just in general. Sounds good. And now I have rubber. Oh, yeah, I can't slot that. Okay, good. Yeah, you're going to have to wait a bit longer now. Sorry. I have 12 trade routes. Okay. Oh, well, I already did that, didn't I? No, I did not. Or wait, did I? Oh, what's the ability again? Oh, yeah, start 12 trade. Okay, so anybody. Oh, dude, if you did that to first come, first serve, especially if it was the banker, that'd really mess people up. All right, what we got? Diplomatic action. No. I don't know who you're fighting, nor do I really care. Do what you want. All right, so what's next? People. Yes. Circus. No. Social policy slot. Yes. Someone did espionage on me, didn't they? They know where my commanders are. I didn't even read who it was. I don't really care. I will take... I can save even more money. You know what? Levies would be good in case I have to purchase military. So you need a total of 1,000, so I can do that next turn. Or I could buy a rail. Let's do this, and then we can get a rail station, like, when we move him. Because it's going to be more expensive somewhere else anyway. So... doesn't even matter. It's a win-win. All right. Just got to wait for everybody to think of what they're doing. Let's go ahead and activate this. It's another 1,000 GDP. Brings us to 24. All right. We're climbing. We're climbing. It's taking time, but we're getting there. We got squadron commander. I'm going to rebase this guy. I'm going to establish an air base. Oh, where would be a good one? Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're friendly with me. Over here is perfect, actually, for an air base. All right. So, oh, we completed our thing. That gave us a squadron commander, and that should have also given us another 1,000 GDP. So that's probably why we're at 24, I guess. Why is this 10 away? This keeps climbing. Why is it climbing? Why does the number keep getting higher and further away from me? Should be getting closer. Should be getting closer. I actually still have to trade with a few people. Anybody else? Yep, I only need 2 more trade routes, actually, to fill out my quota. Kukia, you need to fix all that. And rail station in 1 turn, huh? All right, I'll allow it. Yeah, you can just sleep. All right, send you off to... who else is mad at me? All right, we already did Rizal. All right, Ashoka hates me. That's right. Oh, that's fine. Whatever. We can go to Kampala. It's a stop on the way. What is all this? I'll blow that up. Why not? Go ahead and hurt my guy. I'm going to destroy this for no reason. Yep. Hold the line. Hold the line. All right. We've unlocked radio. That's perfect. And that's 300 culture we can use. All right. Back over here. Adameka. Yep. Let's go that. Do we actually have stuff in here? Okay, good. Now, let's get radio 2 because we can get the radio telescope, which will give us 1,000 more stuff. All right. So what's the next number? 9,000 from our 6,000. So that's going to take a lot of time. So... let's kind of just skip his turn. Let's get our other rail station somewhere. So you grabbed one. All right, Zarya could use one. Let's get you a rail station. Boom. All right, now we get 3 GDP on all of our gold buildings. So that's going to look pretty good. Should start climbing pretty well on this. All right, where we at? Where we at? You have a resource slot, don't you? Yeah, let's go ahead and plug in some. You got to be kidding me. Come on. Quit doing that. There we go. All right, yeah, we could slot that in and get a slight bit more GDP, but... I don't think that's going to hurt us too much. Really, the gold building GDP that's what we want. That's the stuff. Yeah, if you guys destroy that boat, I'll be sad, but it won't be that bad. Yeah, it's like I killed their civilization or something. Destroyed their little city-state. All right, Gao, you can go right there. There we go. Definitely going to support this with Ada. I definitely have the influence. Oh, speaking of influence, let me make a bit more money. Yeah, let's talk to Alexander here. That sounds good. Right, so yeah, 10,000. So yeah, basically we need 15,000 total gold. I mean, luckily we make that in about 5 turns. So it's not terrible. It's not terrible. What are you building? An aerodrome. Right. Yeah, I want extra safety. All right, these guys are looking okay. All right, not bad. Not bad. And we're just trying to make more money and things like that. Low happiness. Who's unhappy? Why are you unhappy, Gal? Negative 4.5. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. You need a radio station, though. Yep, you're going to need one of those because you'll be doing the radio telescope thing. More science. Hey, there it is. Perfect. After you finish that aerodrome, radio telescope. All right. What's our next research going to be? Ah, yes. Aerodynamics. We need to unlock the other ability. I know I wasted money, but that was money well spent. That's 1,000 GDP we can get in a few turns. That's guaranteed GDP. Also, he was going unhappy. He was getting feral. Yeah, look at that. He went feral. What's going on over here? Get me slots. Why are you unhappy? Talk to me, child. You know what? I'm buying another thing. Get a department store in here. Yeah, this just ain't working. All right, there you go. Now zip it. Nope. He's trying to sanction me. Kind of adorable. All right, I don't need any of this. Give me another prospector, and then we're going to set up a nice rail yard and steel mill. Question is where? Oh, wow, that's... Oh, man. If only that wasn't my actual spot. Oh, we could go here. Actually, this is a great spot for the for our rail yard steel mill situation. What do we have here? Oh, hey. Get a little extra happiness, huh? Need you to be on the up and up. And speaking of stuff, okay, Gal only has 2, but hey, I'm going to take it. That's an extra 2 I can use. All right, before we hit next turn, how we looking? 26. Again, this one up to 38. Get down here, boy. Quit climbing away from me. It's ridiculous. You would get further away. You need to be closer. Need to be closer. All right, what's next? What you got? What we doing? All right. So now if we own settlements through conquering, we will get 6 GDP a turn. That's actually pretty good. All right. Got our military academy in here. Let's go ahead and fill it in. All right. What's our next goal? We could go for Brandenburg. Anything else worth? There's a settlement limit. +4 tourism on resorts. I don't have any great works. I could come over here and try to steal World's Fair from everybody. Might not be a bad idea. Keep other people from getting a high tourism. But we're going to keep hitting the science, though. Yeah, we're going to keep hitting the science. I'm going to take a... Yeah. Culture or food and production. I'll give us a little bit more gold. All right. Yeah, I need you to grab one of these. Okay. 1,000. Yeah, I keep spending money. It's not great. If I could get up to 3,000 a turn, that'd be pretty nice. I need way more gold. All right. 12 trade routes. Good for them. Yeah, luckily I have... Am I still... Okay, yeah, I'm definitely the highest gold per turn, so that's good. The only problem is I'm just not making... I need to make even more gold is the problem. Yeah, not ideal, but it's not terrible. So let's see what we can work with here. Cusco's apparently unhappy. That's a bummer. All right, what we got? Ooh, 10% happiness. I'm going to say no to that. That was just a big no. All right, so now we're making GDP off of our resources in Axum, which aren't that many, actually. We could build some wonders. It's not a bad idea. Howitzers. Yeah, I mean, possibly making a military. We could use it. For now, let's actually get a few more things going. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, radio station would be pretty good. We are a little unhappy at the moment, so let's secure that. Department store. I'd be fine with that. Let's focus on the happiness, and then we'll go into a laboratory. Definitely a nice 4 right there would be perfect. I don't know why it says 0 gold. That's weird. All right, let's work with those. Probably do a museum right there. Opera house, I don't know. Yep. That'll work. I should also probably be building wonders. 70, all right, 7,000 now. We're getting there. To keep them out of other people's hands. To be fair, the AI only goes for like 1 or 2 specific wonders when it comes to exploration and modern. And they leave like the rest. Like, they just don't care. But yeah, I'll support that. Might actually use some of this influence for a little something else too. All right, good. We got trench fighters in. I'm actually going to try for Statue of Liberty. It'd be kind of nice to... acquire that. Put that in there. That is our wonder. Ooh, rail yard and steel mill. Where do I want to put that now that I'm kind of focusing on that a little bit? Yeah, we can get rid of this kiln. Yeah, we'll put it right there. That looks like a good spot. All right. There we go. We got some spices now. Figured we'd grab some of those. I don't think we can throw it anywhere. No, we're all filled up. We're all filled up. So how are we looking? So pretty much 2 turns. Yeah, 2 turns and I'll be able to activate the banker again. That'll be pretty good. All right. And we should be getting the radio telescope here soon. All right. How many turns are we on that? So, oh, we just finished it. So let's take a look at that actually. Yep, we definitely jumped up. It's 10,000 away from us. All right. That also pulled us into 3rd place for science. That's not too bad either. All right, secure some of that. What's next? No. I'm not going to help him with any combat strength. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to help myself. Rizal hates me already, so let's talk to him real quick. Okay, I want to steal some of these. Yep. Don't mind if I do. Can't leave that sitting there. All right, let's put our laboratory in. Finish off a quarter. Probably go for a nice opera house. Get some great influence off of that. And we have nothing else to really build at the moment, so that works. All right, 2460. So we can do that next turn. That'll be another 1,000. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. And we'll move them to the next location. The other upside to this, too, is the way you use the Great Banker, even though it also hurts you, the stock exchange will be buying them. All right, there's another 1,000 GDP. Finally, we're 9,000. So the other thing, even though using the Great Banker hurts you, it also hurts everybody else because it's the number of Great Bankers being used. So while I'm getting thousands of GDP, the person that would come after me has to spend thousands upon thousands of gold to even get 1,000 GDP out of the banker anyway. Although I haven't seen anybody hit another banker yet, so I don't think they're really focused on that. All right, let's move you to a new location. Frankfurt or Kathmandu? I'm going to go to Kathmandu because Friedrich's warming up to me. Freddy boy has learned the ways. He's learned that he should be sticking with me. All right, so how much does it cost to get a stock exchange? 52.88. Okay, gotcha. We'll probably be buying a few of those. A 4, it's a 5. Yeah, we want a stock exchange right there. We'll either buy them or build them. One or the other. All right, what we got over here? I might actually do a wonder over here. Oh, that's right. We have a lake. That's right. We have a lake. Let's make use of our lake, huh? Yeah, let's make use of our lake and get our production back because that was not... There we go. So what's the next one? Prognosis is 26,000. So pretty much 30,000 gold. That's insane. I'll be using that money for other things. I'm going to have to buy some stock exchanges to get used to that. Yeah, that's... ooh, that's expensive. It really upped his price. All right, take me there. Yep, I could trade with him. Before next turn, let's get some stock exchanges in, huh? All right. Boom. Yep, I know it seems like it seems like it's going to take longer, but it actually won't. All right, there's Palacio de Bellas Artes, and Ada finally traded with 12 people. Or 12 times, I should say. All right, what are we doing over here? I need to get this filled in. This is Specialist Central, and it doesn't have any good special in it that work. What are you? You're not built yet. You have a factory in you, at least. So I'll take the production. All right, what else we got? That's right. Sleep, 5141. That's not enough. I need more. All right, so now what is it? Trade routes. Someone built Doisithep. Yeah, see, I let them sit too long. Because now they're like, hey, I can actually build these wonders. I'm still doing science. And I'm going to take this capacity. There we go. I might as well fill it in. Come on. Don't be like that. There we go. Really? There we are. Just a little extra influence and stuff. So is this just gold? Looks like it's just gold now. I remember when it was both. We got 7,000. Let's make some more money. Definitely over in the original gal. You're building a steel mill. I'm still going to buy it anyway. This is a 16. Beautiful. 2614. Yeah, I'm trying to raise it up. If I could get, like, I wish I was doing it where I was making like tens of thousands a turn, but that's a lot to do. That's a lot to do. I'm glad there's other ways to get GDP. All right, victory requirements are now 2x, so I should be close. Oh, I'm winning. All right, cool. What? Oh, that's right. I was making 32,000. I was getting close to the 39. All right, okay. All right, so we are now winning the game, guys. We are now winning the game. It is GDP time. Told you. All right, victory points lowered. Looks like you can also kind of gauge percentage-wise when the AI is going to be trying for a science victory. Man, they are really pushing them wonders. Napoleon, you better chill her out. All right, economic... Oh, and 3 turns. So that's crazy because it should have been 1 less. Oh, I'm going to reject that. I mean, there should have been 1 more. Should have said 4 turns, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Yep, just sleep. Sleep it off. I don't think anybody else is going to start winning anytime soon. Even if they started with a science... Oh, look at that. Look at what Ashoka rounded up. Hi, buddy. Get your railroad tycoon. Hey, there's Statue of Liberty right there. What a beauty. I'll take them tired and poor. Because guess what? I'm about to make them filthy rich. That's right. Make them filthy rich. All right, let's go for a... Is this what I need? Yep. Get a lab right there. Not that it'll matter. We got this in the bag. I was not expecting such a quick win at the end there. Tornado at the end to really liven things up. I like that. All right. Hey, I'll have every single tile worked in my capital. Why not? Look at that. That's a thing of beauty right there. All right. 21,000 gold. See, I have ruined his banker because he needs 30,000 gold to talk to the first person. Yeah, that's bad. Good luck, buddy. Good luck. I don't think you're going to be able to activate him on anything. Okay? What you got going on here? Stonecutter in a museum. Nice. Yeah, anybody going to stop me in 1 turn? Anybody going to do it? Oh, hey, we unlocked a Rom Garden. That's nice. Yeah, I don't think you're getting 20,000 GDP anytime soon. Holy cow. All right, what we got? Oh, yes, I was going to research World's Fair just to prevent other people from having it. I don't care what's in here. Skip. And that is the win. So I wasn't swimming in gold like I thought, but hey, that's how the GDP works now. So that's kind of neat, huh? I think it worked kind of well. And honestly, I will take back my previous statements on that. Yep, there you go. Maximize the greatest GDP output of all other players. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Now that I know what I'm doing with this, GDP is actually kind of quick on an economic run. You know, as long as you got things set up right and you go for the right things. Yeah, that was fairly quick. To be fair, Everything else will probably be quick, too, if I actually start on it from the get-go. Alright, the fireworks are annoying me. Yeah, if you start from the get-go on anything, you'll probably be able to get it done quick. I just normally end up figuring out what I'm doing in exploration, so then it takes me longer. And then I freak out. Well, there we go. Beautiful Amina getting that victory point. Not bad at all. Alright, so I hope y'all enjoyed, and we'll see what victory we go for next. Maybe it's time to reclaim domination. Haven't decided yet. But until then, peace.